Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elisabeth Do Rosario Vicente, and I'm pleased to share with you Timor-Leste's recent public financial management reforms and our current budget management practices. Like other countries within these PEMNA meetings, Timor-Leste is now in the fourth generation of its PFM reforms, 2022 and 2027. This phase reflects a shift towards strengthening the entire PFM system from planning and budgeting to procurement and oversight. Today, I will highlight key reforms, lessons, challenges, and how they align with PEMNA priorities. Just to give a little bit of context, our fiscal sustainability remains heavily reliant on revenue from our petroleum fund. However, petroleum income is projected to decline after 2025, which is this year. It's just gradually slowing down. Therefore, strengthening domestic revenue mobilization and improving expenditure efficiency are critical to preparing for a post-petroleum future. Just the vision for the fourth generation 2022-2024 reform. It aims to be a capable, transparent, and accountable PFM system. It focuses on improving spending quality, integrating planning and budgeting, and ensuring better value for citizens, fully aligned with our strategic development plan that covers 2011 until 2030. Just a few milestones that we have achieved from 2022 and to 2025 include approval of the new budget framework law on the state budget, introduction of program-based budgeting through Dalam Futuro, it's our planning and budgeting tool, modernization of procurement through the 2022 law as well, integration of extra budgetary entities, institutionalization of the MTFF, and also using the PEFA 2023 to inform our reform matrix. Moving on, the reform components in the country. As you can see in the diagram, the reform program is organized into key components from fiscal strategy, revenue mobilization, planning and budgeting, public spending management, accounting and audit, and external oversight. This structure ensures coherence across reforms. For practice, similar to other countries, what we have been doing so far, and we feel like we've been doing okay as to the progress itself. Give me a second. First, the Budget Framework Law 2022 provides the legal foundation for a more rule-based and credible budgeting process. This framework helps guide ministries with clearer multi-year fiscal limits. Budget preparation combines top-down ceiling from the Ministry of Finance with bottom-up planning from the line ministries that reflects national priorities across ministries to ensure fiscal discipline. Treasury operations have improved through Treasury single account, like other countries, which centralizes cash and supports more efficient cash control. We also publish quarterly budget execution reports, enhancing transparency and timely monitoring. And finally, gender and climate budgeting are being gradually rolled out across sectors to strengthen equity and climate-responsive budgeting. More than that, we have 6 budgeting system markers, as we per se. These just two as an example for gender and climate, but we also have budgeting for child responsive, nutrition responsive, and we recently rolled out a blue economy budgeting as well as disability budgeting. So we feel like we have quite a good transparency and accountability in terms of budgeting. Just a few lessons. So Timor-Leste's experience highlights the importance of political commitment, capacity building, as well as the integration of the systems. We have 3 systems, FMIS, which is our execution system, Dalam Futuro, which is planning and budgeting, as well as SIGTAS, which is the revenue system. Global trend emphasized data-driven decision-making, digital tools, and performance orientation. However, we are also not far from the challenges that we face, such as fragmented planning processes across the institution, which in this case we have MOF and also Ministry of Ministry of Planning and Strategic Investments, which kind of runs our medium-term plan, while Ministry of Finance, we handles the annual plan. So that kind of fragmentation is still like a challenge for us to overcome, but we're slowly working towards that. Following by limited technical capacity, in which, as yesterday when I mentioned, if we can send over technical assistant or experts to kind of like help us roll out whatever we're planning to working towards, that would be great. Also, some fiscal risks due to our petroleum dependency. As we already heard yesterday, I mentioned how Timor is very like heavily resource reliance, in which we need to one day sort of like finding alternatives beyond that. And the need to strengthen our audit and oversight functions. Next steps for national focus, including consolidating program-based budgeting, operationalizing the fiscal risk statement, rolling out the VAT as we're planning to, and strengthening local PFM systems. Relevant PEMNA topics include fiscal risk management, performance budgeting, digital integration, and decentralization experiences. This is some sort of like what we seek to be able to discuss in the future PEMNA meetings, hopefully. And reflection, PFM reform in Timor-Leste is not just about upgrading our systems. It is about people, capacity, and trust. Our next phase aims to ensure that every public dollar contributes to measurable improvement for its citizens. Thank you. Obrigada.